Hi, I'm a DocuSign University trainer. Today, I'll be showing you how to review AI suggestions for agreement attributes using the Agreement Manager. Agreement Manager is a feature that is one piece of DocuSign's intelligent agreement management platform. The Agreement Manager is a centralized agreement repository and a one source of truth for all completed documents. Agreements enter the Agreement Manager automatically after an e-signature envelope is completed. Agreements can also be uploaded manually directly into the Agreement Manager. The Agreement Manager uses the power of AI to automatically locate and extract information, keywords, and clauses from each agreement and uses that information to fill in attributes or metadata on the document. You can then use these attributes to search for and review your agreements faster. Agreement Manager also makes it easy for you to monitor your upcoming renewals and obligations for contracts. When a document enters Agreement Manager, AI will begin processing the agreement. AI will determine the agreement type for the document. For example, services agreement, non-disclosure agreement, or order entry form, etc. The agreement type informs the AI as to which keywords, dates, or phrases are likely to be found in the agreement. Each of these pieces of metadata is an attribute. DocuSign AI then searches the agreement for appropriate attributes and populates the attribute with the attribute value that it discovered in the text of the agreement. For example, maybe it found the effective date to be January 1st, 2026, or the governing law to be the state of New York. These values can then be used in searches and reporting. To access the Agreement Manager, click on the Agreements tab within your DocuSign account, and then click on the Completed folder in the navigation pane. You'll then see a drop-down in the middle to select Documents. So looking at the Completed Documents table within Agreement Manager, we can see a list of our completed agreements and some of their applied attributes. If the purple spark appears next to an agreement, this means that the document has some AI suggestions that need review. You can click into the document to review the attributes. Here you can see a preview of the document in the middle, and then to review the attributes, look on the left Details panel and choose Review All. As we go through and we accept these suggestions or edit these values, it is not going to change anything within the actual agreement. For example, the agreement type. The AI found that this was a service level agreement. If I want to accept that, I can choose to select the checkbox, or I can select from any of these other agreement types. If you do change the agreement type, for example, if I try to change it here, it will need to reprocess the agreement with AI because different agreement types will have different fields that are available to look for. Scrolling through, I can look at the different attributes. For example, parties, I can select an attribute and it will highlight exactly where on the document it found that value. For example, execution date, effective date, etc. If something was not filled in by the AI, I can go ahead and fill it in myself. I can go ahead and click Save. And none of that is set in stone. If needed, I can always come back and click the pencil to go through and review those attributes again or make any changes. Reviewing these attributes is key because the data will be presented within the completed documents table and can be used for searching and reporting purposes. For example, if we visit the Insights tab, there are a number of pre-created dashboards that are available with Agreement Manager. For example, the Agreements dashboard, Obligations dashboard, and Renewals dashboard. So by going through and reviewing those attributes on your documents, you're essentially determining the data that will be fed into these dashboards. So again, that is a really important process to go through for your agreements. Lastly, I just want to show you back under agreements completed, back in our table. If we want to view a list of agreements that we need to review, anything with that purple spark, there is a filter that you can very easily apply. Under filters, I can select AI suggestions, need review, and now I'm only looking at a list of documents that have AI suggestions. So the purple spark is going to appear on all of these. So you're now ready to begin reviewing your agreements within Agreement Manager to make sure that those attributes are accurate for searching and reporting purposes.